I was not expecting to have such a difficult time.
Are you in the hunt for a new job? According to new data, 58% of people worldwide are looking for a new place to work. Now, that number comes as U.S. employers posted less job vacancies in July than in June.
And for weeks, we've asked you to share your thoughts on the job market. We took your comments and questions and got to work finding you answers. Our colleague Matt Cesny joins us now in studio with what he found. Matt.
Yeah, let's break down what is happening right now. A new jobs report is due out on Friday, but that is expected to be delayed due to the government shutdown. And analysts say last month's numbers were disappointing, the economy adding just 22,000 jobs in August. In addition, the data shows unemployment rose to its highest level in nearly 4 years, from 4.2% to 4.3%. The data together could be an indication that the U.S. labor market is growing stagnant. Now, we know this labor market, this job market is very tough right now to navigate, and the big part of that is putting together a good resume and going up against AI. Watch this.
These days, finding a job means winning on the computer.
You're not a person anymore. It's just a piece of paper online.
And it can be very frustrating.
Clearly, at least in my instance, and maybe more people you've spoken to, it doesn't matter about the work history. Something else is going on. Something else is looking at these and kicking them out.
What's going on is what's known as ATS, Applicant Tracking System, computers scanning resumes and looking for some very specific keywords.
Don't throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Really have a tailored resume and a tailored job search as well. Know what you want.
Sam DeMays is at the job website ZipRecruiter, and she tells me there are ways to crack the code.
The best way to get past that is to really niche down and tailor your resume with a lot of specific keywords that are relevant to the job description, right? So we're noticing that companies are using this AI, this ATS to filter resumes. Candidates should be using it as well.
Amy Korn in Palm Beach County is one job seeker I spoke with who tells me she found the way to get herself a job interview.
For every job listing, I asked ChatGPT to give me hints on how I could revise, tweak. There's a word called ATS that they look for certain keywords. And by just changing your resume to include some keywords, you have a better probability of getting contacted.
In her case, it worked, but experts say it can also be a warning.
If you're noticing a mismatch of keywords, you're probably applying for the wrong jobs.
All right, the sluggish job market is hitting especially hard on new college graduates. A recent report from the Federal Reserve says recent graduates are bearing the brunt of the market shifts going on right now. I went to FAU to ask economics associate professor Will Luther about it.
Absolutely. Students, they're very much concerned with whether or not they're going to be able to get a job when they finish here.
Yeah.
And the good news is that they will. The bad news is that it's a little harder right now. You have to understand that the labor market is changing. A lot of my colleagues are developing AI-related courses, AI programs.
Right.
And if you don't have those skills, you're not going to do very well on the labor market. And beyond that, you have to find ways of separating yourselves from everyone else who's out there trying to get the same job that you want, whether that's a project in addition to your coursework or an internship. That you have to find some way to be different from everyone else.
All right, the Fed report says unemployment in computer occupations, which has traditionally had low rates for graduates, is now trending up. All right, we want to get your questions answered, so I reached out to some experts in our community. Gregory McDonald, Career Center Manager at CareerSource Research Coast on the Treasure Coast. I'm in his way. I'm going to move out of the way. He joins me right now. Gregory, thanks for joining us. Gregory, we were just talking right here about young college graduates, Gen Z, even millennials. Are you seeing them having a tough time finding work right now from where you are in Fort Pierce?
Yes, it definitely can be challenging for that generation of individuals, and it's just mainly focusing in on finding that warm handoff, which CareerSource research can be for a lot of our job seekers. And so we actually have opportunities such as on-the-job training opportunities, and we also have apprenticeship opportunities where we have our business services team going out, connecting with those employers to provide those opportunities to job seekers.
Okay, great. I want to talk about ATS because, frankly, I
Yes.
didn't know much about ATS 2 weeks ago until I started getting into this subject. But there are ways to tailor a resume, as we've seen, to get around these algorithms and this AI that is actually scanning these resumes.
Yes. So absolutely. So the applicant tracking system is definitely something that you want to be aware of as a job seeker. So looking through that job description, finding those key words that are sticking out as far as within the qualifications and job requirements, and looking at your skill sets and your work experience to see where you can pull from those experiences to highlight and to showcase those same skill sets within your resume.
Right.
That also comes with the type of resume that you produce, whether it be a functional resume or a chronological.
And that's, yeah, and that's something you can get done at a Career Source office.